it's Jasmine, and today I have an exciting video because I'm going to share with you guys my review on the new Laura Mercier Translucent Glow Powder. Now I got this from Influencer, and it's basically a website or an app where you just write reviews and you can get free makeup, hair care, skincare, nail care, snacks for free. I have been a part of Influencer for about maybe 2 years now, and I've gotten boxes very consistently, and I think that this box was probably one of the more exciting boxes that I got. The most exciting box was the beauty blender box that I got. Oh bitch. That one was crazy. I got 6 beauty blenders and then like a beauty blender mat, a cleaner. That was just, it was crazy. But I got this one in the mail about 2 weeks ago. I was testing this product out all week, so I have a lot of juicy information to tell you guys. Now within this box, I obviously did get the full size of the Translucent Glow Powder. I got this brush, which is just a glow powder brush. This one is $38, really crazy. It has this really nice indented yet diagonal shape to it, very soft, and the density is not too dense but not too flimsy. It's a very nice mid-density brush, and I felt like for loose powder it was really good at really containing those particles and not letting it fly everywhere and dusting off. So that was really nice. By the way, the new Glow Powder retails for $38, the same price as the brush. It also contains 1 ounce of product, and the packaging is pretty much the same from the original translucent powder. The only difference is that the top here is a chrome finish. Now they did send me a little mini of the translucent powder, but I already had one that I already opened in my collection, so this is it right here. And this one has a very slight yellow tint to it, so it does really help warm up the skin but also set the face. Now this powder to me isn't my personal favorite, partly because I do feel like it is just a little too cakey if you just use a little bit too much, and to me I feel like the price of Laura Mercier products are really expensive, so I'd rather not splurge on it. But I mean, if I'm getting it for free, who am I to complain, right? So the Translucent Glow Powder has a really nice golden beige tint to it. So with that being said, I don't recommend it for anybody who is fair or on the very light end of the light spectrum. You know what I mean? I don't really recommend it because it will darken your skin. For me, I am a medium skin tone with a very yellow undertone, and I feel like this powder was perfect with the whole coloring. So to me, this one was just a good overall powder. Now I have tested this and I have worn it today for 9 hours, which is a long time. So when applying these powders, I like to apply the translucent powder in my T-zone, so in areas where I really want to set the skin and make it very matte. So that's going to be in between my eyebrows, under my eyes, a little bit on my chin, and a little bit on my nose. And for the rest of the face, I just use the Glow Powder. And as you could see, I use the sponge on my right side, and this is the Morphe Sponge. I felt like it looked very similar to the regular translucent powder. There was barely any glow or luminosity to my skin, but when I used the brush on my left side, oh my gosh, it was so glowy, so dewy, and it looked really fresh, and I really liked that about it. So overall, when I finished, it looked very nice. My skin looked very healthy, nothing was emphasized, no dry patches were emphasized. I felt very matte. And today I did not put any setting spray on my skin simply because I'm testing out a powder and I want to see how well it holds up. Now, I don't always set my face with powder, so that wasn't really anything out of the ordinary. I am a normal skin type, and today I also used my normal foundation routine, which is my Touch in Sol No Pore Blend Primer as well as my Fenty foundation. Now, layered up on top of everything, I feel like it wears okay. I will read you the claims on this sheet of paper. It says that It will give you setting luminosity that lasts, and on the box it says that it will give me 12 hours of wear with no photo flashback. Now I did test that and my face honestly looked really good. There was just a little bit of flashback, just the tiniest bit, but it wasn't anything super crazy. So I did appreciate that. I mean, a little bit is not a big deal after bronzer, blush, everything like that. It's not a big deal. But now, bringing it back to the 9-hour mark where I am now, I do feel like I am having crease issues, which I don't like. I don't like it when my face creases. It makes me feel like I'm a lot older than I actually am. Granted, I'm only 20, but still, I don't like looking old. And right now, I am very upset, I guess is the word, with the way my smile lines are looking. I know with the lights and with the distance you guys are away from me, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, overall, my skin looks really good. It just looks very airbrushed and very soft, which is a plus, which is a perk of this powder. This powder just makes the skin look filtered, but throughout a wear test, I just feel like my under eyes have already started creasing. My smile lines are looking a little messy. The area on my nose is looking a little bit patchy. And overall, just looking at it close up, I'm not that content with it. Now let's bring you guys closer so you guys can examine what I look like. So I'm turning down the light here. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but just in this general nose area, it's kind of cakey. Maybe you can see better on this side. It's kind of cakey. And I mean, if I just swipe it, let me see what happens if I just swipe my smile line away. I do get transfer of this powder, but I feel like just patting it out makes it look better. It did move a little bit of the foundation, but I mean, I rubbed my face. So with that being smoothed out, what do you guys think? For $40, I do think that is a steep price point for any type of product, whether it is foundation, concealer, primer. $40 is $40. And to be honest, this was a pretty okay powder for me. I do want to say though, since I am normal, I really cannot speak for anybody who's super dry or super oily because I can't test it out. You know, I'm just normal. The only place that I get oily is right between my eyebrows. And as you could see, it's not looking oily, so the most I could say is if you are really, really oily, you would probably want to stick to the translucent powder unless you like looking dewy. But for the most part, when I rub my face, when I have the translucent powder on my face, I don't get any residue on my fingers. When I rub my face with the glow powder, I feel like I could see the glowiness on my fingers and I feel like it just sits on top of the skin. And by now, the only glow you could really see is coming through with my highlight. You don't see any glow within this lower jaw region where I did apply it. So is it worth it? Is it worth having this powder that has a little bit of a pearlescent sheen? Worth it? $40? I personally am gonna use it, but it's not something that I am head over heels in love with. Like, I could easily just dust over the rest of the highlight on my brush across my face and I'll get the same results. But for somebody who does love a glowy, dewy finish to the skin, I feel like you'll really like this powder. You might want to set it in with a setting spray though, like a long wearing setting spray, because this is something that will transfer off. And like I said, if you are really, really light, I would probably recommend the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. They're essentially the same thing, honestly. It's just that this is a loose powder form instead of a compact form. They both have that very soft, luminous feel to the skin. Just the same result. Honestly, it's the same thing. And I really have nothing else to say. If I were to rate this product out of 10, it would be a solid 7. it would be a solid 7. Would I recommend the brush though? The brush is actually really, really nice. I see myself using this as a contour brush or even just a normal powder brush like that, how this is intended to be used. It's a great brush, but $40 for a brush, that is steep. That is real steep. So if you're looking for a really good quality brush, then I would probably recommend this, especially if you don't have any multi-function brush for bronzer or powder. You could probably invest in this. It is very lightweight though, like really lightweight. It has no density to it with the weight. So in a sense, it does feel kind of cheap, but that kind of concludes my review. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.